Assalamualaikum and greetings of peace and prosperity. I am Angni Hapsadi and this is my journal entry for the month of February.
The first lesson that I choose that has a big impact on me is that the lesson 4, Culture of Peace, under the Peace and Peace Education. Because I have learned the idea of what is culture of peace. From the previous lesson, I've known what is peace and what is its context. But knowing about culture of peace is also interesting for me. The description there says that a culture of peace is not just about the absence of war or physical violence, but also it includes the set of values, attitude, and behavior towards one another. However, this lesson, from what I have understand, na isa siyang lifelong process, sabi nga nila, walang madali. It requires unity and a lot of patience, especially in coexisting, because we have different types of ethno-linguistic groups. This topic or lesson I choose impacted me the most among other lessons because on lesson 4, Culture of Peace, it hit me that there will be no peace and absence of violence if ang mga tao is hindi rumerespeto ng kapwa nila. At especially, hindi open to learn about how to have a culture of peace. I could apply this in real life by slowly practicing the process that was mentioned in the lesson, wherein we can have or avoid being irrational towards other ethno-linguistic groups, because as a country that has different kind of faith and background, we should learn how to coexist. I also did choose the lesson 1, which is the fundamental teachings of Islam. Under the peace concept in Islam, other faiths and spiritual traditions. So in this lesson is it says that Islam means peace itself, and also it is a submission and devotion to our Creator Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, and also that is what I have known since then. This lesson was meaningful for me because it reminded me of how beautiful our faith is, wherein it is connected with peace itself. I have realized that I'm not a perfect believer. My faith is shallow compared to others. Maybe I can't be called a Muslima, but I would name myself as a practicing Muslima. The Islam faith is maybe complicated because there are a lot that is forbidden, such as being friends with non-mahram or the opposite gender, revealing aura or the hair, backbiting, and etc. But these things are all reminder that Islam itself is saving us from doing such inappropriate things. Through this lesson, I have recalled the 6 articles of faith. I remember that it was a long time ago since I last recite these articles. All these beliefs shows significance of the way a Muslima or Muslim will live in this earth or in this world. However, the first belief, which is the belief in Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala or our Creator, itself has a big impact on me. It's because without believing and surrendering to Him, there will be no other belief that will exist in you. Also, the five pillars of Islam, which contains the foundation of our faith. It includes the Salah and more, or the 5 pillars. These teachings of Islam is how we are defined our faith and is the meaning of peace itself. Rather, it is how we define our faith, and the meaning of peace itself. That is what I have thought after learning this lesson. So every faith has their own uniqueness and also similarities. Having this different kind of faith in the country or where we live in is a different kind of situation, because the similarities we have with other faith such as Christianity is that having to believe that our faith is promoting peace for its believers, and that is also what I have concluded. The two faiths, which is the Islam and the Christianity as an example, has similarities that it promotes peace within the believers and also within themselves and for others. This lesson, which is the fundamental teachings of Islam, has an impact on me because I can fully understand and relate to it. The lesson reminds me about the ethical and social teachings of Islam. Islam emphasizes kindness, honesty, justice, and compassion. So I can apply this through strengthening my faith more and also balance the learning of Western education and the Islam education. The activity that left an impact on me among all those activities that we did is the Candy Crush, or the gambling of candies, wherein assigning your rights on the candies that you will gamble. For me, the experience was fun, but I came into the thought that in life, it's either taking risk and accepting the consequences, and also stop the battle but let it remain as it is without progress. Letting go of something is risky, especially that it is your rights. But first is you should think wisely. I can apply it in real life by thinking deeply the consequences if this would affect the people around me or even myself. In these terms, it should be planned and avoid being impulsive. Regarding on the 30 days plan, I have started it on the previous Friday, which is February 28, 2025. Although doing these things is a struggle because I'm not a person who have the confidence and not expressive in terms of doing unusual things. But it was amazing because I get to voice out my thoughts and the reactions of the people who are involved. It is also worth the effort that I've put to finish the task, because their reactions is the price. I get also to reflect on my actions and eventually realize that these things should be doing more often, especially in my part. My answer to the question, what action that you can commit to influence others to protect the environment and all of our natural resources? So my answer in this question is that the one action that I can commit to influence others to protect the environment and all of our natural resources is being responsible of my trash or garbages or the proper waste disposal. Simply because simply following the 3 R's, or reduce, reuse, recycle, and repair. I choose this act because if people see you consciously reducing waste, they are also more likely to think about their own consumption or their own consumption habit. Also, educating family and friends about the impact of not throwing garbage properly is harmful, especially on the environment, and showing them how to do it consistently and correctly encourages them to participate. By practicing and promoting this action, help reduce pollution and also conserve natural resources by the recycling methods, or one of the 3 R's. Inspiring others to do the same is leading or can lead to a more sustainable community and protecting
We are
the
also tasked to
environment
discuss
and all of
about
our
the culture of
natural
peace
resources.
frameworks, wherein it has the UNESCO model, the integral model, and the flower model. UNESCO model is a big picture approach to creating a more peaceful world. It focuses on changing mindsets, fostering understanding, tackling the causes of conflict. It is adopted by UN General Assembly in 1999. On the other hand, integral model is a way of looking at peace as something much deeper than just absence of conflict. It recognizes that real lasting peace comes from change at every level of life, within ourselves, in our relationships, across culture, and in the system that shape our world. Lastly is the flower model. It highlights that peace is holistic and interconnected. Just like a flower need every petal to be whole. Peace requires balance in personal, social, cultural, and structural aspects.
That's all for my journal entry on the month of February, and thank you for watching and listening.